You're watching the Sports Political channel of LB. If you're not a subscriber to this channel, make sure you hit the subscribe button, hit the like button, and share these videos on your social media platforms. All right, so let's talk about this situation here involving both Joseph Tsai and Adam Silver. Now, both of these clowns have made a mockery of this situation, and we're going to start with Joseph Tsai. If you remember, back on October the 28th, I believe, October 28th, 2022, Joseph Tsai goes on Twitter and he says this, that I'm disappointed that Kyrie appears. Not that Kyrie Irving put out something that was anti-Semitic, not that Kyrie Irving said something that was anti-Semitic, not that he actually did something anti-Semitic, but he appeared. So he didn't do his due diligence first. And I had a problem with Joseph Tsai back then. With one, going public about something that appeared what his perception is to be something that's supposed to be anti-Semitic. But hey, he didn't handle this behind the scenes. He didn't handle this thing in-house. No, he decided to take this public on Twitter. And when you have a circus, the clowns are not far behind. Now, this prompted individuals like Nick Friedel, Ramona Shelburne. You got Malika Andrews bringing a rabbi on her show. You had Shannon Sharp, Stephen A. Smith, C.J. McCollum, LeBron James. All these individuals coming out, speaking out against Kyrie Irving, right? You had the Brooklyn Nets under the pressure of the ADL and other people behind the scenes levying a 5-game suspension on the Kyrie Irving. Then you had the NBA and Adam Silver meeting with him. Then you had the Brooklyn Nets coming out talking about he has to complete a 6-step process before he's even allowed to play. All this stuff because of Joseph Tsai. Had Joseph Tsai that came up with that on Twitter back on October 28th, we would not have the circus we have now. And they're still not answering the question of why or what or who put out anything that was so-called anti-Semitic in this documentary that was written by a black man, Ronald Dalton Jr. So now after all this time, Adam Silver and Joseph Tsai decided to come out after Kyrie has met with these respective individuals and make this notion that, oh no, well, Kyrie is not anti-Semitic. Duh! He's been saying it the whole time. But that went over your heads. Because see, the mainstream media like ESPN, right? They've been the ones out here banging the drum. People in Fox Sports 1, all these talking heads, been banging the drum every day, wall to wall, eye in the sky, number 5 on the dial coverage about this thing. So when you think about everything that's going on, Kyrie Irving was not the reason why this documentary is now number 1 in the Amazon marketplace. All he did was posted it and shared the link. That's all he did. He didn't say anything wrong. He didn't do anything wrong. He damn sure didn't say anything illegal. And he damn sure didn't do anything illegal. So what's all the hoopla about? Then when you really dig deeper, this documentary and this book been out for 4 years. 4 years. Why all the hoopla now? When Amazon already had their vetting process. So now all of a sudden, after 4 years, people are outraged about a book that has been out, and then Amazon jacks up the price on the book and on the damn video, so they're making even more money than they had before. So all this is going on, and Kyrie Irving lost his shoe deal with Nike. Right, Phil Knight, you disgusting, because if it weren't for a black man, you would be under the table right now. There would be no such thing as Nike if it weren't for an individual by the name of Michael Jeffrey Jordan. So, Phil Knight, you disgusting. You're disgusting. Now, I told you what he said back in October, right? As of 1 hour ago, on November 11th, on this Veterans Day, right? Shout out to all my veterans out there, you know what I'm saying? This is what he said on his official Twitter account. The Brooklyn Nets owner, Joseph Tsai. This is what he said on his official Twitter account. Hold on. All right, so this is what he said. Claire and I met with Kyrie and his family yesterday. We spent quality time to understand each other, and it's clear to me that Kyrie does not have any beliefs of hate towards Jewish people in any group. Why did it take you yesterday to come to that conclusion when he said that the whole time? That's been his stance the whole entire time, and you just now realized that yesterday? This man been on your team for years. This man been on your team since 2019, and you just now realizing that he's not that? When a man has repeatedly said he wasn't that, but you just came to the conclusion yesterday that he wasn't that. Tell you, man, he's disgusting, man. Joseph Tsai, disgusting. What's up, K, man? He disgusting. Then he comes up with this backhanded comment. The Nets and Kyrie, together with the NBA and the Players Association, are working constructively towards a process of forgiveness, healing, and education. So what do you mean by that? What do you mean a process of forgiveness, healing, and education? What do you mean by that? If anything, Joseph Tsai, you should begin the process of healing. You should begin the process of forgiving Kyrie Irving for all that stuff you said and for you even making this thing out to be a circus to begin with. You should begin the process of educating yourself of what classifies as anti-Semitic. See, one thing I understand with these white supremacists, they always want to put these darn labels on people. They always want to sit up here and come up with these backhanded comments talking about we need to begin a process of healing and forgiveness and education. No, you need to educate yourself on what's anti-Semitic. Did you watch the documentary? Because if you didn't, why is you talking? Why Kyrie need to apologize? Kyrie don't need to apologize for nothing. You need to apologize. You and Adam Silver need to apologize publicly. Phil Knight needs to apologize publicly. That clown Nick Friedel, he needs to apologize publicly. Every last one of you individuals that ran your mouth recklessly about Kyrie Irving need to come out and apologize. If you got enough balls to excoriate and demean and diminish this man's name publicly, then you should have just as much balls to bring your ass on TV to apologize and attest for your sins publicly as well. But we know people in the white media are not going to do that. That's why I'm going to stay on their helmets about this thing. Because you're sitting up here projecting a label that this man did not deserve. Y'all projected this onto him. You didn't take the time to do your research. You guys supposed to have all this money, all this resources, and yet you didn't take the time to research this thing. You didn't research this thing. You didn't watch the documentary or nothing. And yet y'all sitting up here projecting labels onto people. So it's just disgusting. What's up, Kim? My sister Kim Connick in the building. So what you mean a constructive process towards forgiveness, healing, and education? Who needs to heal? Who needs to heal? Those are the questions I'm asking. Who needs to heal? Then we got Adam Silver, right? Let's go to what he said. Let's go to what he said. What's up, Terry Smoot? Because see, these guys here disgusting. For real. These guys get on my nerves, man. They always want to try to play these darn posturing games when they know they're wrong. Adam Silver, you've been screwing up too. When it came to the whole Robert Sarver thing, you've been screwing up too. It's not lost upon me that you've been out here screwing up. Here comes Adam Silver right up the rear. Kyrie was not anti-Semitic. The NBA commissioner says. Irving, the Nets guard, met with Silver this week after promoting a perceived, right? Because whoever this Sopan Deb, you're an idiot. You should not be writing because you're not telling the truth. After a perceived anti-Semitic film on social media, Silver says Irving's actions were damaging. Damaging to who? Who was damaged by this? If anything, the NBA brand is damaged by this. Right? If anything that's been damaged is the NBA product. That's the NBA brand. That's who's been damaged by this. You want to donate, hit me on the Cash App and PayPal, and I salute Arquise Ross for his donation through the Cash App. He said that he wished he could be part of a live stream. But once again, I appreciate Arquise Ross for his donation through the Cash App. Like I said, if you want to donate, there's the Cash App, there's the PayPal. And once again, general salute to Arquise Ross for his donation to the Cash App. Now, how was Kyrie Irving's actions were damaging? How was it? It ain't damaging to Amazon. Amazon is making buku dollars off this damn documentary. So who was it damaging to? Was it damaging the person who made the documentary? He's not damaged by this. His bank account is getting fatter by it. So who's damaged by this? See, these are just weasel words. His actions were damaging to who? If anything, his actions were damaging to him. He lost his shoe deal. He's getting suspended without pay. He's getting excoriated through the media by clowns like Nick Friedel. So yeah, his actions were damaging to him. And y'all need to apologize to that man. NBA Commissioner Adam Silver said that he didn't believe Nets guard Kyrie Irving was anti-Semitic after meeting with him in person at the league's headquarters in Manhattan. Irving has been facing the backlash for promoting a film on Twitter last month. He said that they had a direct and candid conversation. Adam Silver, who is Jewish, said in an interview with the Times, adding that he's someone he's known for a decade. Well, obviously, you hadn't known him for a decade. You've never heard him say an anti-Semitic word from him, or frankly, hate directed at any group. So you said you know this guy for 10 years. Are you just now knowing that this guy wasn't what y'all labeled him out to be? You just not knowing that? Then you don't know him. See? More weasel words. More weasel words. More weasel words. Don't sit up there and say you know the man for 10 years, and yet if you know the man for 10 years and you never heard him say those type of words, or even had that kind of rhetoric come out, then why would you have a meeting with Kyrie? Why would you even have a meeting with Kyrie if you so-called knew him, right? Disgusting. Absolutely disgusting. It's absolutely disgusting. How you sit up there and say you know the man, you knew him for over 10 years, and you just now come to the conclusion he isn't what people were making him out to be? You just now realizing that. Then you don't know him. In a follow-up conversation, Silver said whether or not he is anti-Semitic is not relevant to the damage caused by the posting of hateful content. But he didn't post anything hateful. People were watching the documentary saying that they had nothing to do with any kind of content that was so-called hateful. So what is you talking about? Now, Adam Silver declined to further elaborate on his meeting with Irving, citing an agreement with him to keep the details of the conversation private. Now, Silver spoke to the Times, New York Times, after he spoke at Sports Business Journal Dealmakers Conference in D.C. The first public appearance amidst the firestorm since Irving tweeted an Amazon link for a film that was perceived to be anti-Semitic. Now, Silver suggested the conference attendees, in response to being asked about Irving, that Amazon bore some responsibility for hosting the film on its platform. Now, he goes on to say that Amazon has some decisions to make. What decisions Amazon got to make? What's up, Octavius TX Main Salute? What decisions Amazon got to make? Amazon already made their decision. They're making buku dollars off this documentary. You think they're going to take that documentary down? You think they're going to pull that book off the inventory? Hell no. So what decisions Amazon got to make, Adam? So the more you read this article, the more Adam Silver comes out to be disingenuous. You think Amazon got to make decisions based on what? What decisions Amazon got to make? They're making buku dollars off this documentary. You think they're going to really take that down right now? After they done jack up the price on that damn book and the video? You really think they're going to take that down now? What's up, LA Sports Live? This whole thing started because Joseph Tsai out this man on Twitter on October 28th. This is how this whole fiasco started, because of Joseph Tsai.
Now, Joseph Tsai got his own stuff about him, right? But nobody want to talk about that, right? Nobody wants to talk about that. This thing could have been kept behind closed doors. But no, he wanted to make a point to put Kyrie Irving out there for public excoriation. And he did his job. He did his job. Now, we want a public apology. That's what we want. The hell with all these weasel words and all this other stuff. Talk about what he said. He didn't say anything. He didn't say anything. So how can you sit up there and say that this man here said stuff that was hurtful and damaging? Damaging to who? If anything, it was damaging to it was him. Because you have liars, grifters, and con artists pouncing on him. They ain't do no damage to Amazon. Amazon made their money. And then some. This thing is number one in the marketplace right now. Silver told the audience that the social media posts had done enormous damage to Irving and potentially to the team and to the league. No, it didn't. Because guess what? What damage has it done? Is people boycotting the NBA? No. Is people stop buying Nikes? No. I know there's going to be a handful of people that's going to boycott the NBA, and there's going to be a handful of people that's going to boycott Nike. But it's not going to be to this grave extent that Adam Silver is making it out to be. People are going to still watch the NBA. People are going to still going to be buying Nikes and all that. So what is you talking about? And the damage has already been done to Kyrie Irving. He's been suspended without pay, right? His Nike deal is gone. So yeah, it has done damage to Kyrie Irving because of labels, unjust labels that they've been placed upon him. When the man has already came out and said on a multitude of occasions that he's not anti-Semitic, that he shows respect to all walks of life. But you guys missed that part, right? Because you guys got selective hearing. You guys hear what you want to hear. It's like a Doberman. He playing with a ball. You trying to talk to this Doberman. He's going to continue to play with his ball until he say, "Hey, let's go outside." Then he'll drop the ball, and then his ears perk up. Then he start tilting his head back and forth. Then he might go get the leash and bring it to you to take him outside. That's what you guys look like right now. You guys hear what you want to hear. You're not listening for context. You're just listening for keywords that's going to perk up and get people all jolly in the behind about what's going on. On October 27th, Kyrie linked an Amazon rental and purchased the webpage for the 2018 film Hebrew the Negroes Way Black America. Now, the New York Times continue to put out this lie that this thing has anti-Semitic tropes. And I need to call out the New York Times for continuing to push the lie. Check out that documentary. They saw that we were buying this documentary and it's trending, so they went ahead and jacked up the price to make more money. That's what they did. Right? So after Kyrie posted that for a week, he didn't apologize. And the Nets suspended him indefinitely for the games. Now, the next time Kyrie Irving comes back will be a road game against the LA Lakers. on Thursday. More than 200 entertainment figures, including actress Mila Kunis and Deborah Messing, signed an open letter to Amazon urging it to remove the film and the book it is based from the platform. The NBA and the Nets faced criticism because Irving was not suspended by the team until November 3rd, a week after the original post. Yeah, because you had people in the media was putting pressure on the Nets to suspend Kyrie Irving. The Nets had no intention on suspending Kyrie Irving until the media and some of these YouTube heads was running their mouth talking about, man, what's going on with Kyrie, man? Kyrie should have been suspended. You had Charles Barkley buck dancing. You had Shaquille O'Neal buck dancing, right? You had Nick Wright, culture vulture himself, piling on, Stephen A, buck dancing. The first person I saw to come out that was shining the light on this dishonest backlash that Kyrie Irving was been pounded upon was, of all people, Jason Whitlock. Jason Whitlock was the first person of all people, of all the known buck dancers, all the known sellouts, all the known coons, buffoons, idiots, skips, scaps, scallywags, and simps. He was the first one to come out and denounce that thing. He was the first one that came out and denounced it. The NBA, let's see, what else does this thing say? Adam Silver also goes on to say that he felt that we got the right outcome here in terms of the suspension, and in retrospect, we may have been able to get it there faster. I accept that criticism, but I felt it was important to understand the context for which it was posted, to understand what discipline was appropriate. Not in any way to excuse it, but to understand what discipline was appropriate. You know what was appropriate? No discipline, right? It should have been no suspension. There should have been nothing going on. It should have been business as usual. But no, instead, you guys want to try to be on the right side of history, and you turn out to be on the wrong side of history. You're wrong. Joseph Tsai could have handled this behind the scenes, out this man on Twitter. Nobody's criticizing him for that, right? There's only like a few YouTube channels like Ticket, myself, and a few others, Too Raw, right? A few other channels that criticized Joseph Tsai for outing this man publicly about this. Once you did the investigation, it was clear to him that indeed hate speech, and we together with the Brooklyn Nets did respond. Clear to who? It was clear to you that there was hate speech. Did you watch the documentary? Did you watch it? You telling lies, Adam Silver. See, you're out here double dribbling right now. Your credibility is going down the toilet. See, it could take years to build credibility. It takes seconds to lose it. Your credibility is down the freaking toilet. He goes on to say that the Brooklyn Nets will decide when Kyrie can return to the team in consultation with the league. And it's disgusting. $500,000 to the Anti-Defamation League. They should get no money for that. They should get absolutely no money. People like Jonathan Greenblatt using this for a grift. Now, in case you don't know who Jonathan Greenblatt is, he is in charge of the Anti-Defamation League. What's up, Alex Heron? So this remediation or this thing to where Kyrie gotta meet these terms and conditions and all that, man, get out of here. Ain't nobody listening to none of that. And salute to Jaylen Brown for being first one to speak up about this. Somebody in the Players Association speak up about this. So salute to Jaylen Brown for having some nuts and standing up for what's right. What's up, wouldn't you like to know? What's up, Terry Smoot? Just insane. This is just insane of what's going on. You guys owe that man an apology. You know another person that owes Kyrie Irving an apology? Kendrick Perkins. Yeah, Kendrick Perkins. Yeah, you was out here on the jihad against Kyrie Irving a couple years ago, right? Talk about if you put a Kyrie's brain in a bird, it'll fly backwards. Yeah, that's the kind of stuff that Kendrick Perkins was saying. And then you cooked up that lie about him faking an injury just so he can avoid going to a Boston Celtics game to play the Celtics in Boston when it really turned out he had a shoulder impingement injury. He really did. But no, Kendrick Perkins blatantly lied on TV, running his mouth, talking about Kyrie Irving was out here faking an injury when he really did have an injury. You guys out here slandering and put labels of Kyrie Irving. I wish go after you guys. You guys will stop disrespecting people on TV. You're gonna lie about people on TV. This is why my channel exists. To counteract the counterfeit. Sitting up here putting out all this counterfeit information. That's why my channel exists. This is why my channel exists. Now, this is what we're talking about here. I don't want nobody bringing up nobody else. I don't want nobody bringing up no topics that ain't got nothing to do with this topic, all right? If you're going to do that, I'm going to end your time on the platform. So, if you're going to come on, stick strictly to what we're talking about. We're talking about Adam Silver, Kyrie Irving, and Joseph Tsai. Don't be bringing nobody else that ain't got nothing to do with this topic into the equation, or else I will help you out the door. All right? We got to stay on. I want us to stay on topic. Now, that's a fair disclaimer for anybody that comes on the platform. There's the link. You feel the need to come on and chop it up with your boy, you can do so right now. But yeah, Adam Silver, you dropped the ball on this one yet again. You dropped the ball on Robert Sarver, right? You had you said what you said when it came to the whole situation about Donald Sterling. This time with Robert Sarver, you playing a completely different tune, and you was out here doing all the explaining for nothing when there was nothing to explain. It was on you to execute. The same way you did Donald Sterling. It's all you. But no, you had to dribble. You had to double dribble. What's up?
What's up, LB? How you doing, man? I want to say first and foremost, Happy Veterans Day. I think that you served in the military, so I want to say, give you your flowers. So, Happy Veterans Day today. Shout
Appreciate
out to
it, bro.
everybody listening. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Shout out to everybody listening to this. Yeah, man, I gotta say, I agree with all your points. Kyrie Irving, just seeing how they tried to publicly humiliate him, and he never said anything. Never, he just posted a link for a Hebrews to Negroes video, which caused all this uproar. But where's the uproar for the producers, the creators of this video, everything else? Like, there's nothing for that. But they were just waiting for like a major, like I guess say a figurehead to try to, and he didn't even say anything. Kyrie didn't say anything. He just posted a link, like you know? And so now they're demonizing him when if anybody's watched that video, it's not anti-Semitic views. It goes through history, goes through lineage, it goes through biblical times, it goes through everything else like that. So I mean, that's not racism. That's not, you know, all those kind of like isms that they're trying to put on him. Like, you can't talk about that you support everybody's religion and this is some form of people's religion, like Israelism. Like, you know what I mean? I don't see how they want to misconstrue that, but I guess because it sort of hurts one community, the Jewish community, like unfortunately, like dude, like this is history. I mean, according to what the video and what the documentary says, like they got a lot of dates and they got a lot of history in there. So I mean, everything it is a lot of recorded history. That's my thing. Like, so we can't say that a lot of this stuff is false. You know, a lot of the stuff according to recorded history and everything that I'm able to try to research and everything on my own, like story certain things sort of kind of do match up. So I just feel like it was just a horrible way to, you know, try to punish him because he never did anything. But at the same time, remember what they did to Myers Leonard. Remember Myers Leonard did a little bit worse. He said the K word on the live stream when he was playing like I think Modern Warfare or something like that. He called one of the Jewish people a K word, and so the NBA they basically blackballed him for doing that. Like he can't get a job, he can't get on anywhere. So I mean, I you cannot put that on the same standard, but it's just sort of sad that you know you're still allowing Amazon to profit, and they're profiting heavy off of this video, off of this controversy. Because remember, controversy sells in America. Controversy always sells.
Yeah. So I mean, these false labels that Kyrie Irving has been receiving and all that is disgusting and disingenuous. It's disingenuous, and these media talking heads, I think we need to start coming for their jobs as well. If you're gonna sit up here and put out these lies like Shannon Sharp talk about Kyrie Irving's apology wasn't sincere, and he needs to meet with their leaders for what?
See that
See,
that's people
Shannon
pushing an
Sharp cannot get
agenda and
put.
a narrative. He's
Yeah,
pushing an
Shannon Sharp
agenda
cannot
and a
get put
narrative like a
in
talking
tattoos.
point. This is what they want. This like I feel like he's taking up like a Malika Andrews kind of point or a Molly Karam, and it's sad to see that this is going on in today's media. Like like how do you judge a person's sincerity? That's like saying that you believe Brett Favre, but you don't believe Kyrie Irving. Like I don't understand that, and it's always our people that are so quick to tear each other down. I'm like I know the money cannot be that good for your own soul. That money can't be good to sell out your soul and just to sell out your people like that. So it makes me wonder, like, what is behind this? Like, why would Shannon Sharp say that?
Because he's following the script. Look, you know
Right.
these media outlets be putting out, they put out whatever they put out, and then it gets disseminated through all the companies and all that. If he's following the script, so Kyrie Irving apology wasn't sincere. How can I just don't understand? First of all, Kyrie Irving shouldn't be apologizing for anything. Secondly,
Right.
how can you sit there and judge a man's sincerity and his heart? That
True.
just, I mean, you know, and then you got, man, you know what? I'm gonna stay within the context of this video, man, because you know, it's stuff like this that's disgusting to me. That these people out here will continue to, oh well, they try to take both sides of the conversation or all angles of the conversation, saying, well, he's not anti-Semitic, but what he said was, or what he posted was hurtful and damaging. Yeah,
How
to
is it
him it
hurtful? He just
was.
posted. He just only posted a link. Like it, not like he said anything outside of that. He didn't go into his own personal belief, ideology, opinion. He just said, "Yo, check this out." You know, like you're gonna say that that's hateful, but then you make movies like 12 Years a Slave, and you guys will promote that. You guys will demonize black people, try to do everything to the black community, making all these slave movies, and people won't say that that's racist, which it obviously is. But then you have some people talking about history in regards to some other people, and all of a sudden now it's like World War III. It's the worst thing that was ever made. We need to what do you condone this video? It should never be shown. Like at that point, there's a major hypocrisy right here. There's a major hypocrisy.
And that's the thing that really grinds my gears, man. That's the thing that really is set me over the edge. The hypocrisy, the double standards, the double talking. just the double dribbling that these executives is doing, and Adam Silver is just disgusting, bro.
Yeah, Adam Silver, I think like now it's time for him as a commissioner. Like it was cool when he first came in, I understood everything, but now it's like, nah, Adam Silver, like after the Robert Sarver one, and then now this whole Kyrie situation, and then on top of that with Kyrie even having to do all these 6 steps, but that was by Joe Tsai. And then seeing how the media also influenced what happened with Ime Udoka, it's like it's time for you, Robert. Adam Silver. I think right now we should start looking for another commissioner or something else because like it was cool for a while, but then like you got to go. It's like Roger Goodell. Both commissioners need to go.
Yeah, and
It's
pretty much, man. And I'm gonna go ahead and end the video on that note because I want to talk about something else here in a little bit. So I get after I get my research together. But I appreciate you for coming on. Feel free to come back on anytime, bro. And if you're not a subscriber to this channel, make sure to hit the subscribe button and the like button and share these videos on your social media platforms. Shouts out to the LDBC. This your man. Scream at me. Arr!